Well, hey there, a happy day 864 of What's She Up To Now. And Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting my journey as I transition from the brick and mortar and corporate world of real businesses to the online world. And it's been an interesting journey, a wild ride to say the least. And obviously I'm not done yet because I'm still showing up and talking to you and sharing what's worked, what hasn't worked, what's made me absolutely insane and crazy, and things that have delighted and surprised me that I never thought were even possible. So today I'm calling this Have a Heart. Why have a heart? Well, because today's idiom in Supersize Your Business was heart's in the right place. And there's been a lot of it. It's probably just the beginning, but there's been a lot of stuff going on for a long time now. It seems to like exponentially grow during an election year, which I don't quite, I get it, but it breaks my heart because I don't understand how people that are even in my family, in families that love one another, can fight over something as crazy as politics. Yet we do. I even get sucked into it sometimes. Then I kick myself. I literally kick or hit myself because I'm like, dumb, stay out of it. And I think that's part of the manipulation and the nonsense that's going on with it, is to get people, good people, which the vast majority of the planet is, right? Especially the vast majority of Americans are awesome people. But I think that there's this underlying current to get us to fight amongst ourselves so that we don't really see what's going on. So we don't really pay attention to what is going on, and that there is truly some nonsense going on that's trying to manipulate us. And if they get us fighting against ourselves and not agreeing and not treating one another like with respect and dignity, then it takes away from what is actually being manipulated. And we need to just step back, think for ourselves, and really realize and understand what we believe and where we're coming from and why we have our strong beliefs about certain things, and realize that, guess what? Everyone gets to have their own opinion. You get to have your opinion, I get to have my opinion, but it doesn't mean that because we don't agree with everything, that we can't still be friends. That's what I just am flabbergasted by, is like, if you don't agree with me, I'm going to beat the living crap out of you on social media, and then I'm going to unfriend you, and I'm going to tell everyone I unfriended you. You know what? Who cares? I've had 5,000 friends on Facebook that I've been trying to whittle down so I can get other people on my Facebook for like 9 years. I've been on Facebook for so long that I've been at that limit, and every once in a while I'll pop down. But go ahead, unfriend me. But if you unfriend me because you don't agree with something I say or ask a question about, then you're probably not my friend in the first place, right? It's like any relationship. If you truly care about other human beings, it doesn't matter that you don't both like the color pink or purple. Now, it's really funny because my granddaughter's favorite color is purple, and until it was her favorite color, it's a color I just personally don't like. I've never really liked the color purple. It's just, I know it stands for royalty and all kinds of stuff. I don't know why I don't like it. I just always thought, about the color purple. So now I actually like the color purple because my granddaughter likes it, right? But do you think she would love me any less because I don't love her favorite color? No, right? And it's kind of the same thing with our political beliefs and our thoughts and feelings about things. The truth is, most of us have no frickin' idea about what really is going on or what really happens. We hear the headlines, we see the headlines, and we forget that all of that is created and manufactured for our attention, to get our attention, to get us riled up, to get us feeling emotional, to get us to fight with one another. And it's done not for our benefit, not for the benefit of the American people, not for the benefit of any people. It's done for the benefit of who's ever presenting that headline. Because we can say the media, but for each and every one of us to pass around a headline, and I do that too sometimes. I'm like, I share stuff, and I'm like, and then I think about, man, should I have shared that? Because is it even 100% true? I don't really know, because I'm not going to spend the time and energy, as are hardly anybody else on the planet that's sharing headlines and things like that, to investigate and really find out and dig in to find out what the facts are. And unless we're investigative reporters, unless we're investigative journalists, unless we are, private investigators, chances are we're not going to have the skills and the abilities to get down to finding out what's really going on anyway. Especially when it comes to the interpretation of someone else's social media posts. I don't know why people share things. I don't know why people put things on there, but I'm going to assume that everybody's heart's in the right place, that they're doing it not to make the world a worse place, not to hurt our country, but to make a statement about what they believe in, to share something that usually they're shocked and awed by, right? And to get the attention of other people. And that might be because your heart's in the right place, because you truly believe a certain thing or another. I don't care. Believe what you want. I'm going to believe what I want. Not going to argue with you or anybody else about any of it. When it comes to politics and religion, I've always had a really strict policy, at least in my work world, that it just doesn't belong in it. I remember in my Italian food business, we ran a manufacturing line. And so people are close together and talking. And anytime the conversation would go to politics or religion, it always turned into a fight. And so we just started, we all agreed together to each of us, we love each other because we've all worked together for a really long time. We're like, okay, guys, let's just agree that we're never going to get into arguments or talk about politics and religion at work. Because guess what? There are a plethora of other subjects that we can all talk about, that we can have things in common about, that don't have to involve deeply seated emotional topics that sometimes I have to ask myself about religion and about politics. Do I even believe that? And some of the things that we think that we believe, or we've believed for a long time, who does that even come from? You know, a lot of times our political beliefs and our religious beliefs come from our upbringing, how we were indoctrinated into a religion or into a political belief system. Or, you know, we get it from school, we get it from our teachers, we get it from our parents, we get it from our friends, we get it from the people we interact with. But sometimes we don't even believe it. We've just started thinking the way everybody around us thinks, and we don't even stop and step back and say, well, who does that belong to? Where did I get that idea? Where did I get that belief? And it isn't just about our political beliefs. The biggest, most common area of misbelief and misinterpretation is about ourselves, because we've collected all of these opinions from other people about how they see us, and that's definitely not how we see ourselves from the inside out. And sometimes we have to step back and say, okay, that person just called me a bitch, but they don't even know me. How do they know if I'm a bitch or not? Now, sometimes I can be a bitch just like anybody else, right? But a person that just saw me and makes a snap judgment, that's never met me or never talked to me before, they have no right to judge that, right? Because they have no idea. They don't know me. They don't know my intent. So we need to remember that sometimes the things that we believe, we don't even really believe. We just have got such a vested interest in thinking that we believe that we'll fight for that position without stopping and asking, well, Jesus, do I even believe that? Is that right for me? Is that right for me right now? Maybe I believed something when I was in my 20s or 30s that I think is absolute and complete nonsense now. Guess what? I got a lot of beliefs like that. I have a lot of beliefs about things and about money and about myself and about everything that's different now than it was when I was younger. So I say, assume everybody's heart's in the right place unless they show you that it's not. Assume that everybody's doing the best they can with what they've got right now. And, you know, I think that if we treat everybody the way we really want to be treated, don't treat somebody badly and then get mad when somebody treats you badly, because you get how you behave from other people. You don't get necessarily what you want or desire or expect from other people. We do get what we expect from people, but that's because we expect them to treat us the way that we treat them. Boy, that was a lot of pontificating this morning, and it's not even a Monday. So, day 854, right? Nope, 864. I'm taking 10 days off. 864. Fun challenge today was just looking at something and turning it into something else, seeing things differently. And maybe that's why I'm on the soapbox about the way we look at things and the way we see things, because I, like everybody else, I know that I can only see things through my own filter of my past experiences and the things that I've, you know, all of the compilation of everything that I've ever experienced before. You know, relationships, jobs, experiences, education, upbringing, friends, family, all of that creates this filter that I automatically see the world through, unless I consciously make an effort to say, what's another way of looking at that? How could I see things differently? So seeing things differently was a really fun one for the fun challenge today. Yesterday we saw and we turned rubber bands into something different to see things differently. And today it was just some squiggly lines, and we were supposed to draw something and make it into a food. Now me, I'm going to opt for caramel cake or caramel cheesecake or something. So the little squiggly lines to me could be caramel drizzle, but to somebody else they might be spaghetti. They might be part of sushi. They could be a vegetable. They could be the stems on a fruit or vegetable. I don't know. That's the point, is to have fun with our lives and see things differently, look at things differently. Get Up and Go Challenge, day 10 today already. 10 days of our 40-day free challenge. And it's all about the big A, taking action, right? Knowing that you have multiple options in terms of what you want to do to move you toward what you want in any of the main areas of your life, right? Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, contribution, and relationships, because those are pretty much the 7 main areas that impact each and every one of our lives. And we're working toward right now using the SOAP method, the SOAP acronym, to work on that. And the A in SOAP is action, taking action. And of course, the only time we can act, the only time we can do anything is right now, right this very instant. The past is gone, can't change anything about that. The future is not guaranteed for any one of us, and I, as well as anyone, know that to be true following a sudden cardiac arrest. Geez, almost a decade ago now, 9 years ago, had a sudden cardiac arrest and checked out for a while. Lucky for me, I'm still here, but it really reinforced for me the importance of taking action now and not putting things off. Do I still procrastinate? Sure. Do I procrastinate less than I used to? Yes. Sometimes on some things. So that's it. That is my little report for today. Working with a branding group and a mastermind and accountability group to actually focus on my own one thing and on branding for that. And I thought green was going to be a good color, but not this green. I had turquoisey nails last week and now green. And I don't know why, but for me, colors are one of the hardest things to pick. For each and every one of the businesses I've ever had and the things that I've done, colors are a really hard thing for me to pick, because what a color means to me is different than what a color means to anybody else. And I'm trying to pick colors that I know will mean the same thing to the group that I'm attracting and working with on this particular project as they do to me. So green is a good color because go, right? Get up and go is green. Green is for go. So green is going to be one of the colors, some shade of green. And I'm trying to think of, okay, what's another color or another couple of colors? And I like red, but to me, stop and go, Christmas, red and green. I don't think red's the right color, but I'm working on it. Maybe orange. I love orange. Orange is so bright and bursty and sunny, or yellow. I don't know. So I'll pick one and we'll get moving forward. But then I don't want Packer colors, right? I'm in Wisconsin, but who else cares about green and yellow or green and gold than Minnesota Packers? Minnesota Vikings are purple and gold. Green Bay Packers, of course, are gold and green. So that's my big dilemma today. Work on colors, work on branding values, work on branding, da-da-da-da-da. Because as much as I resist doing what everybody else does, I want to pick and choose and do the things that are successful and make sense for me and my online business. But I've wasted, so much time and energy on stuff that doesn't make sense and hasn't moved me where I want to go with respect to online marketing and things, that I now really question everything. It's part of why I joined the mastermind group and the accountability group, the coaching program, to help me really hone in and focus on these things. That's it. Have an awesome day. If I can help you in any way, just ask, because sometimes asking is the hardest thing to do. Take care. Bye.